Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new day, it's a new season, it's a new series. Welcome to the EGF Collegiate Power Series. And this time, this weekend at least, it's brought to you guys, or it's brought to you by the Big East Esports Conference. My name is Upmine, joined here by my good man Dor. Dor, how are you doing today, buddy?
I couldn't be more excited here. Bunch of new teams, bunch of new faces, and I can't wait to learn all about them today as we start in our first round of this round robin.
Yeah, there you go. And first up, we got ourselves a Villanova University versus Butler University. Lots of familiar faces are going to be playing today. We actually did already have our schedule. We already have Villanova, Butler, Seton Hall, DePaul, St. John's, Georgetown, Providence, and Marquette all playing in the next 4 games. And not only that, but we have yet another round of games coming after that. So it's going to be a long day of Rocket League Big East action here on the official EGF channel. If I'm not mistaken, our players should be ready in just a little bit. Dor, I know you've been excited for this one because yesterday we just finished out the first season of the EGF Collegiate series. That was a really good time, but now this is a big tournament. We have even more teams, more conferences participating. The stakes just got higher, my friend.
The stakes are high, and these teams need to start taking them early. We saw some incredible Rocket League yesterday between teams duking it out on the field, going the distance. But here, it's all new teams, all new faces, and all new matchups. So we know nothing about. There's no prediction here. These teams have literally no history with one another outside of what they may have played in NECRL or just outside games, but a lot of new stuff for us, and I can't wait to start breaking it down.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there was already a Big East tournament. There was already a Big East Rocket League tournament just a couple of months ago, but I personally do not know those results. If I were to get those results at some point, or maybe who was the champion of it, at least for some sort of benchmark, I'll let you guys know. But otherwise, this has been hyped up for a pretty long time. I've seen the Butler Esports organization. They've been talking about this Rocket League team for a while, kind of getting their advertisements out on Twitter. So, you know, maybe we could see some from them in this game. But so far, it's been pretty neutral standing. Both teams just kind of figure each other out, getting some shots over to each other's side. And for now, a single opportunity from Villanova is actually going to turn into a goal. I'm a Horse just bounces it off of the backboard and just gets a nice little flick in. Pretty good stuff, and that's going to be a 1-0 for Villanova.
A fairly simple opportunity leads to a fairly simple goal. We've seen the ball booted from one end of the field to the other repeatedly here, but it's Villanova who ends up getting the better of Butler here. And starting out, the Butler searches for a goal, but can't find it instead. It's Riles on the other end here. Villanova yet again show up off a great pass from I'm a Horse. Riles there to receive it. Good redirect. Simple stuff, but able to get it in past the goalkeeper.
Yeah, you're right. Real simple stuff. The defense didn't really contest that ball whatsoever. They went for a defensive stance, more just staying in the goal, trying to go for the last-minute dive. But that's not going to work. In Rocket League, you really need to be not chasing the ball in a sense, but you certainly need to be contesting it every time that you can. And in my opinion, I mean, that Butler team, they did have a little bit of time to actually go for that jump. So for now, I guess Butler in the driver's seat in this potential best of 3 or best of 5.
Yeah, it's a best of 5 format right
now. Wow, what a goal.
Sneaks another, and before getting blown up, a disappearing act right there. Now you see him. Now you don't. There he goes. Gets the goal, sneaks one in. Goalkeeper blows him up, but all too late here, as it's going to be Villanova taking the lead 3-0. And honestly, I feel like as much as the fundamentals from Butler have been all right, the rotations have been okay, it's really the mechanics that have been letting them go right now. Villanova's just playing significantly faster, a bit higher in the air, and that's what's letting them take a lot more of the control of the game right now.
Right.
Still at that 3-0 lead, but as I say that, Zombie Burger's got the ball in the
end.
Wow,
what a goal! What?
Oh,
are you kidding me?
The way of a beautiful play.
Beautiful team play, man.
Of a goal, and Villanova now on the counterattack.
Yeah, absolutely. The 1-2 touch midair, right at midfield. Beautiful play. So we finally get a sign of life from Butler, but a beautiful save from Riles going to take that. And I mean, so far the glue for this team has been I'm a Horse. He's been, you know, a participant in every goal so far for Villanova, both 2 assists and a goal so far. And not only that, but I mean, even more impressive was his second assist, netting netting Villanova their third goal. Getting really proactive over on the right side. And not only that, but collecting himself a shot, but top right bins.
Oh, what a save, though.
Beautiful stuff.
In there, pinches the ball out, and Butler will remain at a 3-goal deficit. And I feel like they're starting to turn on here, but it's maybe too little, too late. They might have to rely on that best-of-5 format to kind of net him a couple more games. But Serrerin thinks not. Thinks he can score a goal. And with 2 minutes left, there's plenty of time to do so.
Miss from Webbs.
Oh, but they give over ball control. It's all going to be Villanova on the counter.
Wow!
Wow! Way there. Finds a 4th goal in the back of the net here for Villanova.
He just lays it on in. Love this. I'm a Horse just sends it flying, and Riles lightly taps it in just for a deflection over Serrerin. And, I mean, Villanova playing like a unit right now, but we're seeing signs of life from Butler, and that's what a BO5 is all about. You know, you can kind of just... I guess you could say you could read your opponent, you could download your opponent in the first game, just kind of get used to their play style, see how their rotations go, see what their patterns are. That's a big one. So for now, Villanova, you know, they have to be scared for this next game because for now, they're going to be securing themselves a 1-0 for sure.
Yeah, Villanova, clearly fans of hitting this ball and hitting this ball hard, playing it high up.
Oh!
In the half, but Butler
good
comes
shot.
In with passing plays like that. They're going to hit themselves their first goal of the entire tournament. And that's something we've seen from them. It's passing plays through the midfield. They're very, very difficult to pull off, but when they do, they're high success rates up here against Villanova, who want to be sending multiple members forward, and you can't get back in time to start countering plays with such pace like that.
Yeah, that was just a good fundamental pass from Webbs. And Zombie Burger, he was able to get himself the double tap off the wall. Also, really good fundamental work from him in terms of Rocket League. And that's the type of work that we want to see from Butler, knowing that...
Oh, they're going for it again!
Again! But this time, a little bit slower and more defenders on net. They're going to be able to easily defend it. And not only that, but start up a counterattack. But Webbs, good presence over to mid, and he's going to be able to cover. That's going to hit back. Here comes Serrerin, also going to hit backboard. Webbs has to go up forward, just has to contest, and yes, he gets pressure onto Zen, but I'm a Horse, both enforcer and striker. He's going to get himself that save, and now Zen on the right side, trying to cover Serrerin. Serrerin can't get it. Still over to the middle. Oh, wait! Here comes Zombie Burger, but it's covered.
Nothing for boost right now. Riles the only man with anything in the tank. He's having a rough time, but he's going to go for the counterattack on Serrerin. Easily going to put a stop to that one. However, what he did is buy time. Oh, but he can't buy new lives for Zen right now. Has to wait for that respawn to come in. Until then, it's going to be Butler yoinking the boost and playing aggressively right now. And this is what we want to see out of them. Trying to force those players back, take away the boost.
Wow, what a pass.
Still a counterattack. It hasn't been too much pressure for Villanova. They can handle it right now, but with 5 seconds on the clock, I highly doubt Butler pulling their way back into this one.
Heavily aggressive play from Villanova at the end. But if you look at it, at least a takeaway for this Butler side, they were able to stay scoreless. They were able to keep Villanova scoreless for just about a minute and a half, if I'm not mistaken, near the end, and they were able to collect themselves a goal. So, I mean, man, there certainly is potential on this this Villanova side going into this next game. And also the score is incorrect. Let me change that up for you guys. But yeah, no, absolutely. I really like what I'm seeing from both sides. Of course, Villanova, they have a team of strikers. They have a team of midfield enforcers from what we've seen so far. So I'm excited for this second game because certainly we saw glimpses of hope for this Butler side. But Villanova certainly showing prowess in Rocket League.
Yeah, I feel like as much as the scoreline may not show it, this next game is going to be entirely different. Butler clearly warmed up a lot in that game. It felt like they were in the driver's seat for the entirety of that last minute and a half or so. Feels like they're getting a lot more confident on the field. They're taking more of those 50-50s, and they're winning balls in the opponent's half by applying heavy pressure to the goal, start stealing away that boost, choking out the other team. And that's where we're going to see goals start to come in. As much as their only goal was from a counterattack, a quick passing play, they've clearly shown they have the potential to start peppering that backboard with shots, force defenders out of rotation, and then search for a goal that way. This next game is going to be entirely different.
And it looks like
one of the players going to be leaving, so I think we might just have to make make a new lobby.
Yeah, no problems. Happens all the time in competitive Rocket League. So we're going to take a little moment here to just take a little break, take a little technical break so we can reset the server and whatnot. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back after a quick technical reset. We are back with the EGF Collegiate Power Series. It's week 1, and we got Big East action on the board. It's going to be game 2 between Villanova and Butler. Again, we saw glimpses of hope from this Butler side, but Villanova came out to an outstanding start. A 4-1 scoreline to end off the first game. And now we're ready for the second.
An impressive scoreline from Villanova, but mostly off of early goals here.
Wow!
But another early goal to be had. Riles knocks one in off of a great pass here from Zen. Up, off the wall, bounce it. And
beautiful play
for his teammate. Good redirect as well with the backflip. Tricky one, he had to slam on the brakes there, but he's going to get the goal regardless. Only 7 seconds in and no more, Gus.
I mean, you were about to say it. I mean, Villanova, the storyline for them in that first game was the early goals, was kind of the explosion of shots that they had at the beginning of the game, and you see it again. They come out to an outstanding lead just off of 7 seconds at the start of the game, and again, Villanova still on the attack. Oh no, Butler struggling to get this ball away. Riles just going to send it to the left side. I'm a horse. Beautiful pass. That's going to be a floater. In comes Riles, but he's not going to be able to get that last tap. Butler should be able to get this clear, but there's still pressure. I'm a horse on the right side. Still up against the wall. Beautiful pass to Zen, but a clear from Webbs, and Riles has to be all the way back. That's a clear.
And Riles has time. His team has boost, but they have the members. Yes, they do. The save comes in just in time. Butler not able to take much boost away from that pressure and overcommitting 2 members. We're seeing a few instances of this happening where the communication structure just isn't there for Butler, running 2 members into a ball, crashing into one another. And as much as their team play mechanics may be solid, it's issues like that Villanova are going to look to exploit here. Right now, though, ball side midfield, next touch could mean possession as it's passed over to Zen and the side of Villanova. Ooh. No, Webbs is going to get a second shot at it. It's bounced out to Zombie Burger in the midfield. Is going to lay it up. This could be finished off. Webbs looks to put it down off the back wall. Serrarin there for the shot off the backboard again, though. I'm a horse. Should get it clear. No, whiffs it. Gets there for the rebound, and this ball is dangerous here in Villanova territory.
Oh.
All their boost has been taken. It's really only I'm a horse with some stuff left in the tank right now, but then looking to snatch some more as the ball heads into Butler territory.
Here goes Zombie Burger trying to send it away, but instead Riles already contesting midair. Zen, great redirect, and he goes for the goal. The 1-2 from Zen, but it's saved by Webbs. He's in the right place at the right time, and now it's a counterattack for Butler. All the way in the back. Webbs, beautiful pass. He goes all the way up in the air right against the wall, but there's no one going to be there to actually collect the pass. Butler still on the attack. Zombie Burger just still trying to get it center. Zen, good early stop, but there's still Serrarin trying to cover Riles. Again, Webbs, non-stop from Butler. Loving this rotation from them. But this defense from Villanova, it's a brick wall.
It really is, and I feel like that's the difference between these teams that we've seen so far. Letting in early goals is one thing, but I feel like in general, the defense here from Butler has been lacking. Their offense has shown that it can be a real threat, but Villanova are holding up to it like no other. This ball's dangerous, though. Webbs with the redirect. Zen back for the save. You see 3 people in goal already and in position to make that save there. And like you mentioned, Villanova just a brick wall right now. They finally get the counterattack, though, and it always feels threatening coming from this blue side. As I'm a horse has the shot.
Wow.
Fair, just in time for the save, though.
Yeah, big mistake coming in from the Butler side. The rotation was completely in shambles. Great passing from Villanova on the front side, but again, Butler, they just find a couple of people in the goal, so they were just able to kind of cover. But look at that, I'm a horse, cheeky chip all the way from midfield, and that's going to be the second goal for Villanova. Again, Butler, rotation in shambles. They had 2 players up in front, one a little bit too up front, even though they didn't have full control of the ball. And I'm a horse, again, his attacking prowess showing on the field, confirming the 2-0 lead for Villanova.
Yeah, I really feel like that defense is starting to be an issue right now for Butler. It feels like it's just a completely different level from their attack, a completely lower level as well. They're going to go for the attack here, though, and this seems where they're strong. This seems where they're most comfortable, but at the same time, so does Villanova right now. They're happy to sit in goal and just save shot after shot after shot here. Bring 3 men back. You know, we'll take our time. We'll send the 3 men forward when we feel like it, and now I think that might just be time.
Oh, nice clear from Zen, but it's still going to be Serrarin covering the ball, going for it again in a 50-50. In comes Zombie, but he's going to clear it a little bit too much to the right. So I'm a horse. Going to be ready for that clear against Serrarin, trying to cover. Has to go for the 50-50 again against Zen. He wins it. Riles being incredibly proactive in that midfield. Super impressive stuff from Riles so far, being a part of almost every play so far for this team. I'm a horse trying to finish off that goal off the double touch. Not going to be able to do so. Now it's a start for Butler. Webbs just juking. He doesn't even have boost. Going to hit out backboard. Beautiful play from Webbs, but the rest of his team, they can't cover, and now it's in a gray area midfield. Webbs has to cover, has to go for the 50-50, but he's not going to win. Still in the control of the Bulldogs.
I mean, you mentioned it until now. I'm a horse is an absolute powerhouse right now, all across the field. Save after save.
Oh, that's it!
Oh, but not that one. Webbs comes in and punishes these Villanova players for whiffing on 2 balls.
Yeah. Yeah, Zen, he miscalculated his jump at first, so I'm a horse had to go out for the 1v1, and Webbs sends it high, so there's Butler. Yet another goal, and with 30 seconds left, they keep the margin within 1. This is totally possible.
Entirely doable here for Butler, but it's getting that second goal in. It's proven difficult for them so far, getting anything on this target against the Villanova defense, but they've got an opportunity. Webbs sets up his teammate. Could be looking for a follow-up, but Zen who's going to beat him over to the ball. Serrarin.
Oh, that's...
challenges, but he whiffs the 50-50, and I'm a horse there to punish, as always, that midfield play. So potent against a team like Butler, who are getting caught off on their defensive rotations constantly.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful team play. 1-2-3 type play, and no one from Butler is going to be in the backfield. So, Door, as I've said multiple times in the past, that's the nail in the coffin, my friends. That just has to be it for our game. With 12 seconds left, Butler, sure, they could get a consolation goal. And yes, it's actually going to matter going forward with these group stages. Goal differential is going to be the X factor going into tiebreakers. But in terms of games, it's going to be a 2-0 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, goal differential does matter here. We saw it in the EGFC Season 1. How much it mattered for those bottom 2 teams, Siena as well as Niagara, both struggling to make their way into that end-of-season tournament. And Niagara, coming back in the last week, actually allowed them to. So it was the goal differential that got them into that position, and it's going to be the goal differential for these teams, making sure that they're not losing or winning by too much. Or, well, not winning by too much. They can win by however much they want. But
right, of course.
making sure they're not losing by too much, catching up in those goals, that's going to be really important. Butler, though, I think it's really clear what we want to see. Better defensive rotations is the name of the game. Villanova is getting significantly more goals than they really should deserve to, considering the way they're attacking. They're getting a lot of cheapies from half field. They're getting chips in on defenders that are just way too far forward. Butler, on the meanwhile, they're doing okay on attack. 1 goal, though, to 5 plus 2, 9 shots? Man, you got to start hitting these on target.
Absolutely. And I see a couple of questions in the Twitch chat, so I could update you guys a little bit on our schedule for the day. Of course, you guys are watching Villanova University against Butler. Next up, we got Seton Hall versus DePaul. And at 2:25, we got St. John's versus Georgetown. And, of course, ending off the first group of games is going to be at 3:05, Providence versus Marquette. And then after that, we have a whole other group of games for you guys coming up on the schedule. So EGF is not going to be stopping for any time soon. Please stay tuned to the channel, but we already have our next game up on the board.
Villanova looking to clear this one out in 3 games. Butler, they look like they're making a comeback end of game 1, but game 2 said otherwise. I'm a horse is up. This Villanova pressure does not stop, and neither do seemingly the early goals, but with 3 members forward, bit of over-aggression from the Villanova side. Uncharacteristic as well. Butler have an opportunity in attack here, but they need to start winning these 50-50s.
How many games are going to be played? Asked by Mike X Leo. There's going to be 8 games played today on stream.
8 matches, all best of 5. Plenty of Rocket League action here, and you know what? You can bet that Upmine and I are going to be at it
yes, sir.
The entire time. My butt's comfy in this seat right now, and it has been great Rocket League already. This Villanova-Butler match proving to be closer than the score might say right now. Butler, just a couple defense issues. Like I said, Villanova are just riding on the back of those. They're more than happy to. As Butler on a counterattack here. It's dangerous. 1 versus 1, but I'm a horse. Consistently there to make those saves, win those 50-50s, and keep Villanova even right now.
He's going to head off backboard. Serrarin, he can't get the bump, but Webbs, big opportunity to clear, and he does. Butler, saved by the skin of their teeth. And here comes Serrarin on the left side. Great bumps coming in from Webbs. Webbs goes for it again, but they get too aggressive. Butler No one going to be on defense. They're paying too much attention to these demos. Sararin was trying to hold for too much time, and in comes Zen for the out-of-nowhere demo, throwing down the Uno reverse card, and that's going to be a 1-0 for Villanova. If they keep up this score, that'll be a slick 3-0 to start the season.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Butler, they were looking for the demos there, but it's actually the demo from Zen that we saw. Obviously, was clutch, but the actual rotations from Butler were pretty good. The defensive rotations were there. That player was the defender that got blown up, so you take that one out of the equation, and all of a sudden it's a whole different ballgame here from Villanova. However, Webbs is on the counter attack, looks for the rebound off the back wall. Webbs for the shot! Nothing had, but Sir Aaron, they're on the rebound. 3 members already camping it out here in this Villanova goal, and that is a tough sight to see if you're Butler down 1-0, but there's plenty of time. 3 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock as the ball meanders in towards the goal. Webb's looking for a 50-50, can't quite win it at that pace. Crosses it over to his teammate, tries to set somebody up, but there's just not.
That's to be a shot.
Oh, Zombie!
Webbs!
Webbs!
No! No! I'm a horse! He saves it! Chaos in goal! And Butler, with their biggest opportunity of this game so far, their biggest opportunity to get a tie in this set, they just couldn't do so. Villanova still up in front. Webbs has been such a hero for this team, but again, big contest from Webbs is going to lead to the ball getting dribbled out right towards net. I'm a horse. He was forced out of his line, and look at that. Zen, he was held off by another player. He was held off by Webbs too. Even though Webbs didn't actually get an assist or anything of the sort, he was being incredibly proactive in that play. Beautiful work from Sararin and Zombie Burger. They get Butler the tie.
Yeah, I feel like even with a defense like Villanova's, you're bound to let a ball in eventually if Butler keep peppering the goal like they are. And you know what? This pressure does not stop. Villanova need to start finding a way to get these attacks going. There's a sort of mind state that teams get into where they just get really comfortable defending, start going for permanent defensive rotations, but Sararin not quite had. Zen finally gets that clear, and that's what they need to be looking for. Villanova have had opportunities here to clear the ball, but they're not taking them. Now, though, they're on the counterattack, and they're thirsty for a goal. Riles finds the back corner, lays it in low and slow behind the goalkeeper, and nets them their second goal of the match.
I mean, look at this. Slowly laying it in. Sararin can get there. Doesn't even matter if it's fast. Doesn't even matter if it's a snipe. Riles, he knows that that's ball going in. Beautiful ball control from the team so far. And with just 2 minutes left, Villanova, they find themselves back in the lead.
Villanova looking comfortable right now, but they've got to hold on to that lead. It's something they've been good at doing all series, but Butler has something to say about it. Zombie Burger going to be looking for this clear. Zen to intercept. Good control here by the Villanova player. And an over-rotation by the Butler defender. Send 2 members out towards that ball. Immediately punished for it.
Yeah, ouch. Zombie Burger, he was already trying to contest, but that high positioning of his ended up dragging out his teammate Sararin over to the corner, and that ended up destroying the rotation for Butler. And there goes Villanova again, yet another large lead going into the very last seconds of the game.
Oh, but Webbs has had such incredible shots, and you know what? They might have. I'm a horse, though! The man's a brick wall in his own right. How do you get balls past this Villanova team? You don't if you're Butler right about now, but they do need 2 more in just about a minute and a half.
Webbs.
Wow! Incredible! The aerial touch drops down, flips it the other way, and all of a sudden, that goal differential looking a whole lot closer.
And look at this. Yeah, like you said, Webbs, he lands back down, and he just sauces up the last player. That's how you break through the Villanova defense. You just have Webbs on the front line. What a play!
Webbs looks like a one-man army on the attack right now. His mechanical skill has been more than available, but the shots have not quite found the back of the net. Webbs off the wall yet again right now. This man's not driving a car, he's driving vans as I'm a horse is on the defense.
There you
Looks
go.
for this rebound, but Villanova again in this position where they're going to start
Zombie Burger has to go back
if they can't stop him.
Zombie Burger's still contesting. He has 0 boost. Sararin has to go up for it. He taps it. Zombie Burger still has almost no boost, and he's not going to be able to go up for it. Webb's in a weird position, and he's still able to contest. Still, Villanova not stopping the play, but a beautiful rotation from I'm a Horse and Zen. They know that they have to stay safe. They're staying disciplined, knowing that they're still in the driver's seat. With 30 seconds left, they're still in the lead.
Butler, they've got an opportunity here. The shot from Webbs.
Backboard.
He can pet himself down. Oh, what the great demo from I'm a Horse, recognizing
Who's back?
the opportunity. Nobody in the goal, but Webb will respawn here just in time. Zombiebigger has to get this counterattack in. 10 seconds on the clock is right when that positioning starts to matter. Oh, and Sararin whiffs on the shot. But I was saying, though, the team that controls the ball at 10 seconds is likely going to be controlling it heading into overtime. The second that ball touches the ground is the second that this game is over right now for Butler. They got to keep this ball up, and they need to do their damnedest to do it. But Riles is going to do everything in his power to stop it. Villanova put the ball on the ground, end the match in a 3-0 fashion. And you know what? Score says 3-0, but I'll be damned if that wasn't a great matchup.
Yeah, beautiful work from Butler. I mean, again, it looked like they were trying to find their own in that game. The rotations weren't exactly on point, or they weren't exactly together most of the time. And you mainly had Webbs. Webbs was beautiful on the front lines. He really looks...
That last goal was something, man.
He looks like an MVP.
What a shot.
But of course, I mean, Villanova, almost everyone on that team had a lot of highlights. I'm a Horse, just being a great striker the entire time. But this game, he didn't even get himself a goal. He was able to get himself an assist and stay incredibly proactive in the goal. 3 saves. Riles and Zen, at least in this game and throughout this entire set, they've been great support players, dominating that midfield, still pushing that ball forward, just not giving Butler any opportunities to make their way through that midfield line to not even get any shots in. But this game, of course, this set, of course, you got to give it to Webbs. Again, just beautiful shots, great mechanical skill, but he needs a team behind him to do so, to actually get himself those goals, get himself those plays. So potentially we could see Butler in the future. Again, it's still very early in the season. They still have a lot to practice. They have a lot to train for. So hopefully we could see more of this Butler team very soon.
Can't wait to. They've clearly got a couple things to work on, but I think we can really start naming those right about now. It's just early pressure and then defensive rotations. It's 2 very simple things to change up, start looking at. And as long as you're intentional about them, you start to change them. But